What's cracking, everybody? This is the KhaosDubz channel, and I'm your host, Chaos. Today, I'm going to tell you about the different kinds of cryptocurrency wallets, and I'm going to show you a few different ones. I'm going to also tell you how they work and how to get started today. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about what's happening. Let's get started. So, some big things are happening in the markets, folks. Finance 2.0 is coming. Finance 1.0, the fiat currency, the fiat finance, it's crashing. The feds in the States have done a interest rate decrease, so they're doing a 0.5% decrease now and another 0.5% decrease by the end of the year. That's a 1% decrease, and people are scared that it's going to go negative. And if it goes negative, what that means is, so if people hold their money in the bank in the savings account, they have to pay the bank interest to hold their money there. So everyone would be taking their money out really quickly. And also it means that credit card interest rates do go down. It's trying to stimulate the economy in the short term. But short-term solutions are not long-term solutions, folks. So this brings us to the fact of cryptocurrencies. And they have fallen over the fears of the coronavirus recently. But that's okay, folks, because it's a great time to accumulate and buy in. So you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You don't have to buy, whole coins, folks. You can buy $20 at a time or $50 at a time or $100 at a time. And whatever gets you started. I mean, it's really not a bad idea to have some cryptocurrency. Some of the big players are saying that it's almost stupid to not have any. So consider that, guys, because it really is going to be a whole bunch of ups and downs this year in the stock market, and maybe even this decade. And I think Bitcoin's going to come out on top, as well as a few other cryptocurrencies, which I'm not going to get into today. But today I'm here to tell you about wallets in general. So there's 4 different kinds of wallets for cryptocurrency. So there's exchange wallets, there's paper wallets, there's hot wallets, and there's cold wallets. So I'm going to explain to you what the difference is. So we'll start with a paper wallet. A paper wallet is a code you write down on a piece of paper with your addresses, basically, and you hide it somewhere, and it is not the most secure way, but it's not online and it cannot be accessed by any hackers. So there is that. That is the bonus. But I mean, it's kind of not the best technology. Now there's cold storage wallets, which we'll get into in a sec. So the second type I'm going to talk about is exchange wallets. And exchange wallets are, for example, you can go on Binance or Coinbase. I'm going to have to sign in. I'm not going to do that right now. But Binance or Coinbase is the exchange where you can buy cryptocurrency using your bank account, using your debit card, using your credit card, using email transfers, that kind of thing. So it's pretty open. There's a lot of different ways to do it. And it's also an exchange where you can exchange coins for one another. So you can, for example, take Bitcoin and buy Link or Basic Attention Token. And these coins are all fluctuating in value, and some are going to fluctuate more than others, of course. So holding your money on an exchange is really not that smart, because the common saying is not your keys, not your coins, meaning not your private keys, which are the ones that control your coins because the exchange owns them, then not your coins, meaning you don't actually own the coins. So if the exchange goes down for any reason or is hacked, your coins can be vulnerable to attack. So you always got to be holding your own keys, folks. Which brings us to the next kind of wallet, which is the most popular, and which is the 3 types of wallets that I'm going to talk about today. It's called the hot wallet. So the hot wallet means it's connected to the internet all the time, being that your computer or your phone would be connected to the internet. They are generally pretty safe, as long as you're not dealing with massive amounts, because the blockchain is public, so people can see which addresses have the money. Now, don't get scared, because as long as you hold your private keys safely, nobody can access your Bitcoin. That brings me to another point before I get into the next type of wallet here, and actually finish off speaking about hot wallets. there's a secret seed phrase necessary for every type of wallet, and when you set up your wallet, you're going to be asked to write down between 12 and 24 words and store them in a safe spot. So make sure you do that, and I would highly suggest you store them in multiple locations and possibly even at another house of someone you trust. Do not tell them what's in it. Keep it in a sealed envelope. And the keys that I'm talking about are the public and private keys. So your public key is the key you share for people to, for example, give you more coins or for you to use in between your wallets when transferring. But the private key is the one that is never shared with anyone. That's the key that you use to send payments out from your wallets. So you got to make sure that that key is never given up, folks. You never give your private key up to anyone, especially if they're asking for it. Nobody will ever ask for your private key that is doing a legitimate transaction. So there will be scams out there that people say, hey, you know, we want your private key as well and you'll get some free Bitcoin. That's another thing. Don't try to give cryptocurrencies and get some in return. That's ridiculous. It's just a scam, guys. There's a lot of that going around. So back to hot wallets. Hot wallets work on your phone or your computer, as I was saying. And basically you can store your coins. Some hold only a single type of coin. Others hold excuse me. Others hold many type of coins. And I mean that helps a lot because you can keep everything in one spot rather than having 5 different wallets or 5 different coins, for example, if you decide to diversify. So the other kind of wallet is cold storage, and it's the most secure. It's the way you really keep your private keys safe, and it is held offline. So I'm not going to get too into that today. I'll make another video regarding cold storage wallets in the future here. But we're going to talk about the hot wallets a little bit more here today. So I'm going to tell you about 3 different ones. ELECTRUM, here's where we're at. We're starting with this one. So ELECTRUM's been around since 2011, and it's pretty secure and well trusted by people. It does have hardware wallet support as well, so if you do get a hardware wallet, you can keep your private keys offline, as it says here, which is great. A lot of these wallets are adding that in now, so it's just seamless transition. You don't have to download yet another wallet. And it's pretty simple. You can just, I'm going to leave the links at the bottom here, and you can go choose one of these, whichever you like. I'm going to tell you that this maybe isn't the best one for brand new people into cryptocurrency. Not that it's super complicated, but it's just not the most streamlined, I would say. I have used it myself. I'm not currently using it. I'm currently using cold storage personally. The second one I want to talk about, it's a new one that I was recommended. It's called Exodus Wallet. So I find this one quite interesting. It's beginner friendly, and it's got a really nice interface to it here. So you have desktop control, and you can sync it with your phone as well. And as you see here, this is what it looks like. So you can see a breakdown of all your coins and how many assets you have and your total value of your portfolio, as well as a further breakdown of each coin's individual value. So that's really handy. Most portfolios will have that, but this is basically a portfolio and an exchange and a wallet all in one. So there's a basic exchange on here. You can buy and sell cryptocurrency. You can also exchange it to over 110 different cryptocurrency assets, which is pretty cool. The exchange fees are going to vary. Personally, I use Binance. It's the most popular cryptocurrency exchange in the world. I mean, there's a lot of these big players, or smaller players, I should say, that are going to be bigger players here because of ease of access to people. You know, a lot of people think cryptocurrency is really difficult, and it's really not, guys. There's a lot of these really user-friendly wallets that are coming out. You can exchange, like I was saying, and this is cool because you can hold your portfolio and diversify, as it shows here. Send and receive as usual because it's a wallet, and it is hardware wallet compatible as well. So once you get started on one of these wallets and you decide to upgrade to a hardware wallet, you won't have to swap everything over. It makes things really easy. It can do the basic exchange, and there is over 100 coins. What else can I mention about that there? Okay, that's about it for that one. Okay, so the other one I want to talk about is my personal favorite, SAMOURAI wallet. It's the one that I've used before I migrated over to cold storage, and it's also available for desktop and for mobile. So it's extra secure. It's got a whole bunch of security features where you can like basically send coins to a first address and then your address, so it like it's not really like laundering. It's like trying to prevent people from tracing the address that it gets sent to, so it'll like bounce it off a bunch of addresses rather than actually like drop the coin on other addresses, which is pretty cool. It's really about thwarting surveillance and censorship, as you guys can see here, and you can do offline transactions, which is great. And it has this kind of, I would say, on the nose or tongue-in-cheek type of humor, your own Swiss bank, but it's actually pretty true because you get to keep control of everything yourself, and you know the government doesn't really have a say in how you hold your crypto, folks. So again, I'm going to leave a link at the bottom of the video for these 3 wallets, and you can get started if you have cryptocurrency using these wallets, or if you want to start buying cryptocurrency, you can go ahead and use this wallet here, the Exodus. And I'm also going to leave in the description a link for my Binance referral if you want to get onto Binance, Coinbase, and Coinberry. So Coinbase is a UK exchange and the fees are extremely low, so that's why I prefer to use it. It's about 1% fees on your purchases versus some of the Bitcoin ATMs, which are like 10% fees, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, so I'm also going to leave one for Coinberry, which is in partnership with the town of Innisfail, Alberta, actually, which is super cool. Their fees are a little bit higher, but they are an Alberta local business, so it's pretty interesting to support that as well. I'm also going to leave a link in the description, guys, for you to get access to about $35 or $40 in free cryptocurrency using Coinbase Earn. You can only access it using my referrals because they've closed down open entrances, I guess, is what they're telling me anyways. So make sure you get in on that because it is time sensitive, folks. And I really hope this helps you get on your way to cryptocurrency. And don't miss out on this bull run. The halving's happening. And we'll get into that in another video, folks. But definitely with the coronavirus and everything, Bitcoin is going to be at least a lot safer than fiat currency. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a good one. Catch you later. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you want to stay up to date with the latest content and see more from me, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment down in the bottom there. Catch you next time.